Hi, this is Gary Kay. We're here at ISE 2024, and we're going to do a deep dive on the DK series products from Dynascan. I'm here with Scott Pickus. Scott, the DK series is specifically outdoor, and there's a lot of different options.
It is an outdoor product. It's primarily based on high brightness LCDs, but this year we are actually integrating a lot of multi-technology options to the equation.
But and really, you don't. The whole series encompasses not necessarily do we care much about the technology as much as we care about the application. The fact that you need something bright, you need something outdoor, you need something to handle all the elements. That's what DK series is about.
That's exactly what it's about. I mean, these are weather protected, IP56. They have IK10 bandle protection glass. They're safe, durable, can withstand the elements outside year round.
Yeah, so. and in fact, this is the first time I've ever seen an outdoor e-paper sign, which I think is great because there are applications where you just need something easier to operate, right? I mean, this is theoretically wouldn't require very much power, but also is great for applications where you don't need, you need high contrast, but you don't necessarily need color.
Yeah, that's exactly. We are partnering, working with E-Ink this year. It's a brand new, option for us with the e-paper. You're seeing here two 42-inch displays that are integrated on one side, so you are getting that ultra low power display option that can, do more static type imagery and keep up to date. Something that's not going to change too often, but still be visible outside in the sunlight.
Yeah, and ultimately, with E-Ink, you can also eventually do color if you decide to add color to this. I've seen some prototypes of some color options, but this is great because high contrast. As a gas station or as a transportation station kind of thing, it's good for that because the content's not changing very often.
That's exactly right. And you can also integrate something more dynamic, either on the reverse side or probably down below, but we are doing a high brightness LCD here. Here we have like a 65-inch display. It's integrated in there. So you're getting a sunlight readable, dynamic, colorful image that you can see outside in the kiosk. So.
Yeah, and I love the fact, I like how you use different technologies here. You have the ticker and LED, and you have that grabs your attention but allows you to do, emergency services or special announcements while you're still having the advertising content.
That's exactly right. If there's something that maybe it's transportation or emergency services, or maybe it's just the street you're on just for wayfinding purposes, you can still maintain that, but still have an option for advertisers or the municipal to, showcase their content. So.
Yeah, I like the design of this. And by the way, these are all two-sided. You can do single side, two-side, depending on the application. Here, obviously, we have a much larger format. How large is this?
Well, this is going to be our 86-inch format. Now, here we just have a standard light box poster on this side. So maybe you just want something static, movie poster or something. Maybe it's a map or something, but still maintain something digital on the reverse side.
Yeah. So let's go to the back side, and you'll see that we have the digital signage content on the back. So this is a real example, right? I mean, you're going to have times where you have that extra space and you don't necessarily want to put two displays on a display on both sides.
That's correct. Yeah, I mean, this is 86-inch, 4K, sunlight readable, fully dynamic. So you have a large content area to showcase a variety of content. So
yeah, I like it. And the other one I wanted to show is, and this is in a configuration where a bus stop, right? A typical bus stop where you're able to convert that into signage. And the value of this kind of application would be revenue generation, but also you could use this to update bus schedules simultaneously while having advertising information. Again, you have static on one side, you have dynamic on the inside.
That's correct. Yeah, I mean, you could have some static on one side. It could just be city regulations. They may just need something facing the traffic that's static, but maybe inside you could have something a little more dynamic. But it does give you a lot of options, and it can be integrated with street furniture quite seamlessly. So.
Yeah, and I guess he's doing a quick tour of this, but I have some. He's walking through your bus station, right? There you go. So how do you determine which product to specify? Is it, as far as brightness, do they all have a minimum brightness specification, or is it determined based on where they're going to be placed outside?
Well, if it's going to be outside, which these kiosks are designed for, it's going to be need to be sunlight readable. Now, all of our displays are either 3,500 nits or 4,000 nits, and depending on the size of the display that's in the kiosk. And that's going to give you direct sunlight viewability, so you can ensure that the content is seen by those that are passing by.
Yeah, and obviously this enclosure that you have these in is controlled as a controlled environment. So if the sun is hitting it, it's going to heat up. You have some sort of cooling. If it's in the middle of the winter time, it's going to be frozen outside. You have some sort of heating. How does that manage?
Yeah, we have a very advanced thermal management system.
Okay.
Now, in cooler environments, it may not even need to have any fans that are on. There is a passive cooling system that uses next to no power to cool it. When it does heat up, I mean, we do have some ultra low quiet fans that keep it cool. And the nice thing about our cooling system is there's no filters. So, even though air is being drawn into it, there's very little maintenance required. You don't need to clean filters, replace them. You don't really need to touch that. So.
And there's one other cool thing that we haven't even talked about, and that's interactivity. There are going to be applications where you want to have interactivity. Anyone under the age of 30 wants to touch every display, and you do have that option.
Yeah, definitely. We have a capacitive touchscreen option. I mean, there's a lot of options that are available when you're configuring your display. You can even have audience measurement systems. You can add wireless antennas. You can, put on a variety of content management systems, which I would like to talk about. We have both Android and Intel Smart Display Module options available to pretty much cover the entire spectrum of content needs.
And that CMS, is it a creative content management system and a scheduling system and management system, or is it just for management of and scheduling?
So, I mean, we try to be as agnostic as possible.
Yeah.
So if you have your own content management system,
Okay.
Bring it. Even if it's your own player, there's space in there for you.
Okay, so you could put a BrightSign player in here or something else if you want.
Definitely. And we also offer Total Control Cloud, which is a complete remote management operation system for Dynascan displays. So you can have a wide network of kiosks out there, and quickly at a glance see if everything's operational, adjust the parameters to optimize the performance of the display, and even reduce on-site repair and maintenance by being able to troubleshoot remotely.
Proactively,
Yeah.
across the cloud. So you can actually see all your displays, how they're deployed, how they're operating, and even change the content through that same system.
Definitely. And you can even do it in bulk edit. So let's say you want to just change all the brightness levels in the city. You can just do it simultaneously. It's really easy, user-friendly. So.
Speaking of which, do you have sensors on here that can determine how bright, if the sun's out versus nighttime, or is it all based on time of day?
Either option is available. We do have sensors on board, so it can, in the evening it'll automatically adjust the brightness down, so it's easier on the eyes.
Yeah.
But you can also have the option if you have a certain schedule you want to set. It's really up to you. So.
And all this is at dynascan.com, dynascan.com. Now we're actually going to go ahead.
I was going to say dynascandisplay.com.
Dynascandisplay.com. We're also going to go around and shoot individual videos on each one of the product stages because they've got a lot more here. They've got a lot of other digital signage technologies and other technologies here as well. They actually have they're using a really neat, I don't know what that would be called. I call it like a stretch display. It looks like a 32:9 aspect ratio display above the bar that you're using there. Is that what that is?
That is a 32:9. That's a 88-inch bar type display.
Yeah, I love that.
It's great for a lot of unique applications, maybe on a column or some area where a standard 16:9 just isn't going to fit properly. So.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of two 16:9 displays put together. I love that, and I think it's a good application showing it above a bar. So I want you to go around, I want you to see all the different products that we shot here. We're going to shoot probably 15, 20 videos. So if you go to raypublics.com/ISE, type in Dynascan in the video search window, you can see them all. Or, of course, you can always go to dynascandisplay.com. Scott, thank you very much. I really appreciate this. I appreciate this deep dive on your outdoor DK series displays. I love it. There's so many opportunities here for us to step outside the box, right, and do things like this outside. And really, although this is digital signage, it's really part of AV, right? I mean, that we have this technology. I think this is a great opportunity. So check it out. And thanks for watching. And we got a lot more to cover here at ISE 2024, so go to raypubs.com to see it all.